This just in, you are looking at obviously a very disturbing live shot there. That is the World Trade Center, and we have unconfirmed reports this morning that a plane has crashed into one of the towers of the World Trade Center.
Going into space, mathematics, quantum mechanics, the secrets of the universe. It's all there. Life is fiery with its beauty, its incredible detail. Tuning into it, they want to shatter your mind. Talking about Justin Bieber.
Makes the catch. Ball game over. World Series over. Yankees win. The Yankees win.
Where just like that, when someone comes up and says something like, I am a god, everybody says, who does he think he is? I just told you who I thought I was. A god.
It's pure evil. They're taking your intellect, your soul, and giving you Michael Jordan and Bieber.
Do not come.
I'm gonna come.
All right, here we go. First ever video episode 22, coming to you from wherever I'm coming to you from. Try to do this here and not feel awkward that I'm recording myself in a video too now. Shout out to Young Turtle for the fucking recommendation. You know, I'm not young Jamie in the saddle, dude, you know, so I don't have like a fucking producer and like a whole studio. So right now we got the phone set up with the fucking GarageBand, and then we're going to try to merge the two in iMovie and see if we can get the timing down exact. See, because I'm an OCD type motherfucker, so my shit has to be to the millisecond. That was from the soup I just had. I went to this place down the road, the pub, and I had a fucking chicken tortilla soup cup with something to drink. And here we are. Here we fucking are, episode 30. Or episode 22, just turned 30. Yeah, slow down, kid. Just turned 30 last weekend, man, and feels good. How does Tim do the Rogan impression? Feels good, man. Yeah, man. You got to just pretend like you're chewing, and then also just talking a weird, like, yeah, man. It's like, he died from the vaccine, man. It's crazy, man. If he fucking went to the sauna, man, he would have been fine, man. It's fucking evil, man. These fucking dictators, man, telling you what to put in your body, man. Just take some fucking alpha brain, do some kettlebell swings, man. Do some jujitsu, man. Take some DMT, man. No, if you know what that's from, cool. If not, then cool, too. Yeah. What's going on? What's going on with it? Really fucking tired, guys. Been working 10-hour shifts Monday through Friday. 6 hours on Saturday and Sunday. They're about to bump those up to 8 hours on Saturday and Sunday because they fucking hate us. But yeah, so it's like a 53-day window. I think I'm pulling like 49 days now. I took off 2 days for the birthday weekend, and then I took off a day to get the cat, and then the only other day off is Thanksgiving. That's 453 minus 4, 49. Niners. Yeah, so the cat, he's actually sitting right here behind me in the chair. He's being a really good boy, Mr. Frederick, Mr. Freddy Paws, as I'm playing with his paws. He's a good boy, man. I really like having a cat. His breath stinks, and I thought it was just a dietary issue because, I don't know about you, dude, but I fucking buy my cat's groceries at Whole Foods, man. No, but I don't feed him any wet food. I feed him the dry food, so that's a non-issue. Friend of mine said you should bring him to the vet because it could be something internally. And that's kind of worrisome. I love this little buddy, but, we're going to get him checked out. Cha-ching, cha-ching. So, yeah. What else? Got the fucking... So, this is pretty cool. Got the World Cup coming up on, I think in 3 days. Starting, first game's on Saturday? Sunday? Something like that. I think it's Ecuador and Qatar. Not guitar. He died himself a guitar. No, and the World Cup is in Qatar, which is somewhere in Jalalabad, Taliban, Stan, Afghanistan, Pakistan, Kyrgyzstan land, terrorist land, Muslim land. Hey, buddy. And so, yeah, first game is against Qatar, Ecuador. You know, I'm not a big soccer dude. I'm not a big football dude. But the World Cup, man, it's you gotta check it out when it comes on, man. And you know what's really cool? Well, I'll get to that in a second. I'll get to that, but what I do want to say I've been doing is I've been fucking geeking out on some Harry Potter, dude. Like, I know I said it last week, but best fucking series ever. I mean, fuck your murder mystery, Alex Cross, whatever that other guy's name is. I don't know, Jordan something, whatever. J.K. Rowling, dude, the Harry Potter books are fire. So I get why Aaron Hernandez was all about the Harry Potter books before he fucking whacked himself in prison. Aaron Hernandez, he rarely left the New England Patriots hanging. Am I right? He was all about those books, though, and I'll tell you, man, Aaron Hernandez, bad person, but he had some taste. Motherfucker had some taste. Yeah, but the Harry Potter books are cool, and the reason why I wanted to bring this up first is because in the Quidditch World Cup, they go in the book, the fourth book, The Goblet of Fire, and they go to this Quidditch World Cup, and whatever, right, happens. And so, reminding me of the World Cup coming on. Bro, chill out. We're recording. Yeah, he just fucked up my headphones. Hold on a second. Come on, Fred. Relax, dude. Is it better? There we go. So, the World Cup, that's coming on. And that's going to be interesting to check out, because here's the thing, is I'll be in fucking Europe during the semifinals and the finals of the World Cup. And I don't know much, but I do know that they like soccer over there more than we do here. Here, we're into mass shootings, for instance. That's a big pastime here in America. We're really into, like, trans lives matter. We're also really into bashing straight white males for being who they are. We like a little bit of Trump over here too. I'll say this about Trump is I like the dude. I voted for him, and I don't care. It's not going to get me canceled because I'm not Shane Gillis, but he's old now, man. To me he's like an old dude who just is like petty, and he just wants to like prove a point, and he's like out for some fucking vengeance at this point. He announced his running yesterday. Cool. He might get the nomination, but DeSantis or bust, man. I fuck with that guy heavy. He did some awesome shit about Disney and about the Don't Say Gay bill, as they call it in Florida. I think he like made Disney pay back taxes or some shit, man. I love that about him. Because fuck Disney, man. Like, grooming fucking young kids, and Disney World is like a place where dreams go to die. You know, I love you, Mom, you know, and I know you love Disney, but I'm sorry. Disney as a corporation is a blood-sucking, you know, don't fucking do it, bro. I swear to God, if you knock over my phone, you're out. You're out of the house. Pack your shit. He's being bad right now. Yeah, just lick that water bottle. That's it. So I'm not a big fan of Disney. I don't know. I think the movies are fucking horrendous. The girl fucks a bear or whatever in Beauty and the Beast, whatever he's supposed to be, and I don't know. I'm just not into it. My mom, she loves Epcot. Oh my God, let's go to Epcot and drink around the world and eat macaroons that they freeze dried in Orlando, Florida. Bitch, please. I'm about to be in France eating real macaroons. I'll send you some. I'm petting my cat. Yeah. So with that being said, I just booked a flight the other day on my birthday to Europe. I'm gonna fly into London, England. Oi, you sound like you're from London. I have really shitty impressions, but I'll work on it. I've been reading up on the currency there, the British, the pound, right? So we're spending 2 days in London, England first. I'm doing a 2 week tour, bro. Catch me on tour. No, doing a 2 week trip, man. Going to London for the first two. And I'm not too stoked about London. It's just a big city, a dirty city. It's like New York, but not as cool. And the culture's not as vibrant. The music's not as good. The food definitely isn't as fucking good. Okay, I don't really know what they have to offer other than Arsenal, Chelsea, fish, chips, and fucking rain, and gap tooth broads. They got the fucking bridge. They got the Big Ben clock tower. Oh, they have the buses, the double-decker buses. Get the fuck. We got one right down the street. You can go get coffee in that bitch. That's sick. So, I don't know. It'll be cool to, like, see London. You know, check it out. Once-in-a-lifetime type thing. You know, and then, oh, yeah, I want to touch on London real quick more. So, if you know anything about me, you know that I fucking love classic rock. As a matter of fact, I have 3 classic rock themed tattoos, one of which is a Led Zeppelin tattoo. And they're the greatest rock band ever. They hail from England. They started the band in London. I think the member that was closest to London being born was the greatest guitarist of all time, Jimmy Page, after Jimi Hendrix, of course. He's from, like, near London. I think the other guys are from, like, England somewhere. I don't know. British Bean, you'd probably be able to tell me where they're from. But Westminster, Brigham, whatever places. I Googled it, whatever. So that's cool. Pink Floyd also started in London. Okay. It's my second favorite band of all time. You also have the Beatles, you know, fucking the good old Beatles. I've been listening to a lot of the Beatles actually lately, getting hyped up for London. The Beatles song called A Day in the Life is my favorite fucking Beatles song. What they did for music, yeah, I get it. Were they as talented instrumentalists as Jimmy Page, David Gilmour, Roger Waters, John Paul Jones? Fuck no. All right, but it's what they did for music. I get it. You know, the songs, they're a lot of, like, pop type shit, but if you look into their other stuff, it's pretty cool, man. And, you know, John Lennon, he's a fucking figure, man. He's a figurehead. He's like as big as Gandhi, right? So it will be really cool to visit London. I've been doing some research. There's Abbey Road Studios, which wasn't from Abbey Road, the album. It wasn't the same name drop. Obviously the same road, but multiple artists have recorded there. The Dark Side of the Moon was recorded there in like a 7-month, 37-day window. The Beatles did, I think, Sgt. Pepper's or maybe Abbey Road there, or the White Album, I forget. Anyways, legendary recording studio. Definitely going to have to check it out. I think there's like a museum and a gift shop, so I'm going to be that guy. Probably buy like a fucking Abbey Road t-shirt, you know. And just, yeah, man, I've been blasting fucking Pink Floyd, Have a Cigar, Comfortably Numb, Shine On You Crazy Diamond. I've been blasting Led Zeppelin. The fucking guitar riff in No Quarter makes me want to fucking get on a Viking ship and just ride to the blades of glory, man. But backtracking, fucking Pink Floyd is just so fucking good. They met Roger Waters and one of the older members that wasn't with the band, Nick Mason. Oh yeah, I think he was the drummer. They met in architecture school. They were students in college, and they met. And then they got Syd Barrett, and then they got Gilmour, and they formed arguably the greatest rock band of our time. So, yeah, definitely going to be nerding out on some classic rock and history when I'm there. Also, Churchill, one of the greatest generals of the wars ever. World War II, right? Yeah. He's got an underground bunker hideout that they fucking made into a museum. So if I have time, that is definitely something I want to check out. I don't know much about Winston Churchill because I'm more about the American history, but I do know he has such a good quote that I almost want to get it tatted. I don't have any quote tattoos. I think they're gay. But this one is so fucking good. It says, if you are going through hell, keep going. And I believe he said that before they stormed Normandy or made some fucking airdrops or whatever. No, not the fucking iPhone airdrop, motherfucker. I'm talking about parachuting from the fucking sky into Nazi territory. Okay, I don't know if that's how they would say territory over there. Territory? They say aluminum over there. They say aluminium. I think that's pretty cool. Pretty funny. Righto. So yeah, history, rock, London, man. I'm not too stoked about the food. I guess we'll try it. I know London is a melting pot, kind of like New York. There's a lot of Middle Easterns over there. And then there's a lot of Europeans. So, yeah, that'll be London. And then on day 3, we're taking a train. I booked the Eurorail. It's like the train system over there. We're going to France. And we're going to Paris, obviously. Where else are you going to go if you're going to France, right? You got to go to Paris. You got to go to the fucking Tower de Eiffel. And so we got some sick Airbnbs. The first Airbnb is in London, right next to Hyde Park, which is like their version of Central Park. So we're staying in the Hyde Park area. Shout out Jordan with the Airbnb hookup. Then we're going to France, and we're staying, I forget what they call their districts. I think they're in numbers, like 7, 13, whatever. Similar to like 4th Ward, 3rd Ward. I think we're staying somewhere in the 7th, not ward, but some French-ass name. I'll get back to you on that when I return. Or if I record a podcast from Paris, that would be pretty cool. So we're staying within walking distance to the Eiffel Tower, and there's not really much else that I want to see in Paris, but just going to Paris, again, like London, is just a place you kind of have to go if you're going to be in Europe, right? Again, a lot of history there with rock music. Jim Morrison died there in his flat. They found him dead in a fucking bathtub, I think. 27 Club. Motherfucker was 27 years old, along with Kurt Cobain, Jimi Hendrix, Janis Joplin. You get the picture. Yeah, Amy Winehouse, whatever. We'll put her up there, too. So, who else died in... I'm sorry, I'm obsessed with death. I think it's crazy, but I don't think it's crazy. I think it's crazy interesting. Life and death and just moving on to the next chapter. Ram Dass called it taking off an old shoe. I thought that was super not interesting, but like introspective. Yeah. Anthony Bourdain. He's all right. Obviously not a musician. He was a cook, had the show Parts Unknown. He died in France. He didn't die in Paris, but he died over there somewhere. Normandy is over there in France. I'm not going to be visiting Normandy. It's pretty far away. So yeah, then we're doing 2 days, we're doing 3 nights in Paris. I'm sure we'll find some cool shit to do. It's fucking Paris. Right? So, and then after that, that's day 5, 6. My friend will be coming back to the States. I'm staying for another week, and I'm going to be taking the train to Switzerland next. The Eurail is super cool. I've looked into it. It's nothing like the fucking subways, or it's nothing like even the trains in New York. See, in New York, you have the subways that go through all 5 boroughs, but then you have the train. What do they call it? MTA. The fucking train. The train is not the subway in New York, okay? You have the subways. Most of them are underground. They're filled with piss and litter and rats and fucking, rapists and knives and shit. But then if you want to go see family in Westchester or fucking Long Island, you take the railroad, right? Take the LIRR, the Long Island Railroad. Or you take the fucking, what is it called? The Metro North Railroad. There we go. And that's a nicer train than the subway. It's got like leather seats. They're not too big, but they got like phone chargers and shit. So apparently the trains in Europe are top tier. Those motherfuckers don't even fly. See, they got their shit figured out. They don't even fly. They take the trains, and these trains apparently have restaurants, beds. If you're in like first class, I mean, I'm just going economy, but I heard that you can still like sprawl out and like lay down, and they have fucking restaurants and bars on these trains. So, it's like 6 hours or whatever to like Switzerland, and then like another fucking bunch of hours to Italy. But I'll be on like a train chilling, sprawled out, listening to pods and reading books. So I'm excited for that. I don't really do well in small spaces for long periods of time. Like the longest flight I ever took was to San Fran. And yeah, that's a long flight, and airplane chairs suck. But on that note, I also heard that the airplanes are bigger when you fly overseas. So hopefully that'll give me some comfort. It's an 8-hour flight to London, and then it's 11 and a half hours from Rome. So yeah, we'll check in with that. But once I get to Switzerland, there's 2 cities that I'm going to be staying in by myself. I want to say one is called Bern, Bern, and the other one is called like, it starts with an L, and it has like an E and a C or something in it. Those 2 are the cities that I'd rather visit than Zurich. Zurich's like the major capital city or whatever. I'm not sure if it's actually the capital, like Albany's the capital of New York, but New York City should be the capital, right? I think it's like that over there. But anyways, I'm going to these 2 cities that are more known for like the outdoorsy scenery, the natural beauty of Switzerland. So it's going to be like a fucking postcard, man. And I'm probably going to try to do some hiking in the Swiss Alps, depending on how much time I have. Definitely want to see some cool views for sure. I'm not a big like hiker dude, even though I live in the mountains, but I got to see the Swiss Alps. I got to. But at the same time, it'll probably still be really cool to like just see it on the train. Just like the fucking Polar Express driving through the snow. It's going to be snowing there. It's going to be gorgeous. So that'll be cool. Switzerland, don't really have much on the itinerary for those cities in that country, but I'm sure I'll have a good time. I heard Switzerland is like really rich and fancy and nice, so it's going to be expensive. And I don't know, maybe I'll buy like a cool Swiss Army knife or something. But yeah, I don't know. It's that's definitely a place I'm looking forward to visiting. It's a small country. It's got the Swiss Alps right through it, and yeah. And then moving on, plowing ahead here. We're ending the trip. Easy, bro. Don't knock over the phone. We're ending the trip in the motherland, in the homeland of Italia. So my first stop in Italy is going to be, I want to say Venice. So Venice is a city with canals and boats and, homes on the water and beautiful like canals and bridges and shit like that. So yeah, Venice will definitely just be cool to see. I mean, Venice, Italy, come on. It ain't fucking Venice Beach, California. They're fucking, Lords of Dogtown's from there, but now Venice Beach is like filled with fucking homeless encampments and Antifa foot soldiers. So not that Venice, the real Venice, okay? After Venice, we're going to go to Florence, I think, because Florence, Italy that's a place in northern Italy that you kind of have to see as well. I think I'm going to bypass Milan, even though the cathedral in Milan is sprawlingly gorgeous. That's the only thing I know about Milan. Obviously, it's one of the fashion capitals of the world, northern Italy. They also have Inter and AC Milan, the big soccer teams in Serie A and Serie C football clubs. But, yeah, the only thing is there's not going to be soccer games going on over there because it's the World Cup. So probably going to bypass Milan. Maybe I'll stop in there if I have time, take a selfie in front of the cathedral. If not, whatever, I'll see you another time. And then after Florence, I don't know much about Florence, Italy. I just know it's got to go. And then ending our 2-week adventure in Rome. Rome. Dum, 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 dum. The fucking Romans, man, they were savages. Obviously, the Roman Empire was, not obviously, I'm saying this like you know this, whoever is listening, but Discord people probably do because y'all are fucking cool, unlike most people in the world. The Holy Roman Empire was massive back in the day. It was parts of Africa and Asia. I mean, they fucking owned everything. And one of the oldest cities from the ancient Roman period is Rome, along with somewhere in Turkey, Istanbul, maybe, or maybe not. But yeah, so Rome, just fucking Rome, dude. That's all you got to say, Rome. You know, I wanted to name my cat Rome, but I feel like if you're gonna name something Rome, they gotta be big and powerful, right? Like a fucking Saint Bernard or something. So named him Fred. But yeah, Rome will be super cool, man. To go there and go to the Vatican City, you know, and the home of the Pope and the fucking what's in Rome? The Colosseum and the I can't think of the name of the cathedral right now. I know it's not St. Francis. It's something, and I can't look it up on my phone because I'm recording on video. So, and my laptop is doing, yeah. So, cathedrals, history, old fucking architecture. I love the old grittiness of old, still standing buildings. You know, they don't make them like they used to, kid. One of my favorite scenes in The Sopranos was when he took his son, Anthony, to inner city Newark, maybe it was, whatever. It was the fucking hood, right? And he, across the street, there's a fucking old building falling apart, you know? I'm not going to say who I think built it, but I think you have an idea. And then across the street, there was a gorgeous cathedral. And he said, "You see the difference?" And then he said, "What's the difference?" I thought he was going to say, you know, White's built this or whatever. But he said passion. And that really stood out to me. You know, because there's a lot to be said when you put your passion into your work. And now we can go down this little rabbit hole. It's hard, man. It's hard being passionate about so many things. I don't know if it's because I'm Scorpio or just because I'm me, you know, but I have so many passions. And jiu-jitsu, comedy, podcasting, art, music, guitar, history, learning, fitness in all different aspects, right? I mean, fuck, personal training certificate right there, guitar right there. You know, I love so many different things. And sometimes I wish it was just a little simpler, that I could just, you know, focus on one thing. Or, you know, those people who are like from fucking Kansas, right? And they're just a nice Christian man with fucking no anxiety, mental health issues, and they never leave their hometown. They fucking are born there and they die there. And they go to the same diner every Sunday with their wife and kids. And it's just simple, you know. They don't have the need to run away from their problems via drugs and alcohol, traveling, trying so many new different things, dating around a lot, not settling down, you know, all these things. No, that's not me talking about. But yeah, and so that's a cool life, I think. A simple life, you know, with fucking dogs in the backyard, shit like this. And I think that's eventually what I want, you know. I've become a lot more stable than I used to be, especially after I hit 28. And the hippies will say, well, that's your Saturn return, man. Maybe. You're probably right, honestly. And I know my 30s is going to be I'm going to thrive. I know it. And I'll probably keep a few of the same hobbies, probably drop some of the same hobbies, you know. I know I ain't quitting jiu-jitsu. I'm getting a blue belt no matter what. And, you know, I might find things that I'm interested in or that I'm no longer interested in, you know. And what I was trying to say about this is passion can be definitely used as an asset. I mean, for sure, right? Being passionate, loving and caring and helping and, you know, others and stuff. But where does passion fall into, you know, codependency and obsession and toxicity, right? So just something to ask myself. I don't know. I'm just kind of ranting. I don't have a script. I'm not reading off of anything, you know. So it's just something to think about. And, you know, with that, the career field that I'm in does not fill me whatsoever. As a matter of fact, I've never hated a job. Quote me on this. I've never hated a job as much as I do at this point today in my life. Okay. But I've also never made this much money. I've made this much money in one other job, but it was a very similar job. But it wasn't even as shitty as this job, because our company it's born on scams. It's false advertising. It's unethical. You're lying to people on the phone to get them to switch plans. They're putting out these ads about giving senior citizens, you know, an extra stimulus check. When I Googled that, and you have to be on like disability to get that. And cool, there's some people that do call me and qualify for a stimulus check, sure, because they're on disability. But 50% of my callers don't. And they call me going, hey, I'm calling about the stimulus check. And my company expects me to go, oh, yeah, I can help you out with that. Let me just go ahead and read a Medicare disclaimer. And then, hey, when's the last time you went to the dentist? They're like, I called for a stimulus check. Why the fuck you asking me about dental? Sorry, sir, it's my job, you know? And then hopefully I can convert that into a sale. You see what I'm saying? It's completely bullshit. It's built on lies. So I'm just going to make as much money as I can and then bounce. The other company I used to work at in Charlotte was very similar to this, call center vibes. And I used to sell TV and internet products. But at least the people calling me knew what they were calling for. You see what I'm saying? Even if they were like, I'm just calling to shop around, I'm not buying today, cool. You know this is for DirecTV, right, sir? Right. Calls I get today, you know, 6 calls I got today probably were, I have good insurance, I'm not changing, I'm just calling about a stimulus check. And at this point, I just want to say, sir, please erase our number. This is a scam. I'm so sorry to waste your time. Call your Social Security office about that stimulus check, sir. I hope you have a great day and God bless. I want to say that so fucking bad to these people because I feel bad for them. These are people who are on Medicaid, broke as fuck. They're a widow. They can't walk. They have no money. They live off Social Security, you know, $1,000 a month or whatever. And most people that call companies like that I work for are not doing well. Okay? Because they're not that smart. You know what I'm saying? Like, people who are smart, first of all, don't buy Medicare Advantage. That's number one. They buy supplement plans. Okay? Number two, people who are smart have somebody. People who have means have somebody that they can look at and talk to about their Medicare. They don't have to call some company and get connected to some bitch in the Philippines who says her name is Mary when it's really fucking Haidika Shuka Highway Shikudo. You know what I mean? And then fucking transfer you to me, and I'm sitting here just trying to make some money for my plane ticket. You know, it's like, it's backwards. So, you know, if you don't like something, change it. I get that, okay? But I can't just quit tomorrow. I have to have something else lined up. I've been at this job. It'll be going on 2 years, which is great. And I'm grateful for it because it's definitely given me a really cool apartment and, you know, nice clothes and means to travel. That's all gravy. But I don't think I'm not as fulfilled internally as I was when I was broke as fuck in a halfway house, no car, working for $9 an hour with $3,000 in credit card debt. I know, right, Fred? Yeah, don't fuck up the phone, bro, please. So, yeah, I want to keep this professional. This is the first video episode, you know? So, Mr. Frederick, you better be a good boy. Here, say hi to the people. This is my cat, Fred. I know, buddy. All right, dude. Go play. Stay away from the phone. So, yeah, fulfillment, what does it look like? You know, you still need to make money. I don't want to just be a gallivanting fucking hippie on the streets reading tarot cards for a slice of bread, you know, like these fucking people in Asheville. So it's funny, actually, I talk to some interesting people. You know, I talk to some old veterans and old widow women and shit. And, you know, they give me some insight. They definitely have given me some insight. The one guy I spoke with didn't even sell him a plan. I'd rather not sell you a plan because I don't want to rip you off. I'd rather just talk to you for a minute. I said, sir, what's the number? This guy was like 89 years old. He was dying. He was on his deathbed when he called me, right? I said, sir, what's like a number one piece of advice you give to someone who's 30 in today's world? And he said, son, get a job with the city. He said, you know why? Well, the city never runs out of money. You know, these fucking corporations, these mom and pop companies, these startups, these tech companies, they can run out of money. But for some reason, when there's a recession, the city's got money. You know why the city's got money, right? Because you fucking pay your taxes to them, right? These fucking Moulignons will be buying their kids Jordans until the fucking economy collapses. So that's my story, and I'm sticking to it. Yeah, man. So I applied to just some like city jobs after talking to that guy. Working. I was at work and I just said, fuck it. And I started applying to other jobs. I applied to do like something with the water company. I don't know. These jobs don't pay great. They pay like $20 an hour. So that's the only thing, you know. Can't live in a swanky ass crib with a rooftop pool making $20 an hour. So definitely something to figure out, but it's also something to not stress about. In my meditation today, he said, and I don't remember, so I'm going to very broadly paraphrase this, but he said something about like everything is in place exactly how it should be. So do not worry. And then he got really ethereal, whatever, with it, and he said like, you are not waiting. You are not doing, you are not trying to become, or you're not gripping into the past. You are, again, like similar to the last episode, you are life itself. But, you know, when he said you are not waiting, I thought that was really cool because I'm always waiting and I'm always worrying and I'm always trying and fixing and waiting. You know, I'm always waiting for something to happen. And when I find that I'm not waiting and that I'm just here, present, it's the doorway. Shri Krishna, it's the doorway through to peace, right? So, yeah, I love that, man. Jesus, I don't know if you can hear that, but the next door neighbor's kids are so fucking loud. So I live in a tiny ass apartment. So do they. Theirs is a 2-bedroom, but they're small. They're city apartments. And these people have 2 kids and like 2 dogs or a dog. And it's cool. They're nice people and everything. Don't get me wrong, but I don't know how they could do it. I mean, the kids ride their bikes in the parking lot across the street. It's like, bro, you own a coffee shop. Get a house with a yard. You know, I get it. They take their kids to t-ball practice and stuff, and they can run on a field, but I don't know, man. Like that Bill Burr bit where he was talking about how, you know, he just wants a kid. He could just throw the ball in the backyard, just filling up his head with his ideas. Just the ball is a distraction. And he's just filling up his kid's head with all his fucking theories. Yeah. I love comedy. I was actually at the comedy club tonight. I sat down, I put my name on the list, and I said, man, fuck this. I'm tired. So I didn't go up tonight. I did this instead. And you know what? Fuck it. Maybe I'll go watch now. Maybe I'll go watch. And then I'll put this out tomorrow. Yeah, maybe we'll do that. So that's it. The Ukraine, Russia, Poland now, apparently. There was a missile found like 50 kilometers inland in Poland. They don't know if it was Russian made, but they're saying based on it was an accident or whatever. What that would mean if Russia was to send a missile into Ukraine is World War III because Poland. If Russia sent a missile into Poland, it would be war because Poland is a NATO ally, which means they're in the North Atlantic Treaty Organization, and there is a strict contract that they cannot invade. If they do, the NATO allies of Poland, such as the U.S., will fucking declare war. So that's why that was huge news. I also think it was bullshit because they're already speculating on where the bomb was made, but you're going to tell me that on 9/11, 4 flights none of them were intercepted by the greatest Air Force in human history. They all got by without a fucking peep, without any trace or whatever. Obviously, there's only 3 crashes. One of them crash landed in Pennsylvania or whatever. But Tower 7. So look into it. All right, guys. Peace.